Newbeing Queen Talk Show, where we share our truths, tell our stories, and discuss our journey while inspire others to be who God has called them to be unapologetically. Allow us to introduce the amazing host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell. Hey, listen. Why do men cheat? I wanted to come on tonight, waiting on my kings to get themselves settled for tonight. But I had a question. Do women think that it's their fault? Do we think that it is something that we did ourselves to make men cheat? But I wanted to encourage us on tonight to let you know it is not our fault. There is nothing that we did that was so powerful to make them cheat. Now, we do hear the word that a lot of people think that it is our fault and they kind of blame us. And, in the past, we have blamed ourselves, right? We have told ourselves that it is our fault that they cheated. It is, we have even had women to tell us, if you'd have took care of your man, they wouldn't be over here where I'm at. But let me tell you something. If it's in you to cheat, you're gonna cheat. And it doesn't matter what, how a woman go head over heels, how she flip over, how she go inside and out. It doesn't even matter at that point, because if it's in you to cheat, it's in you. I had this analogy. I'm gonna tell y'all this. While my king get ready, I had this analogy. If we make somebody, if someone is prejudiced and they dislike us because of our skin color, is that our fault? Or is it a learned behavior? Or is that something that's in them? Or is there something wrong with you? Because, we can't change that. And so that's the question for tonight. Is it your fault that he cheated, or is it your fault that she cheated? So that's the question. And so tonight we want y'all to be interactive with us. I'm still waiting on my kings to come in. We had one king that he was out. We want to definitely say a prayer for him. Larry Ray, that was going to be on the show with us on tonight. He had something major to happen. So we're going to make sure that we keep him in prayer. Okay. We're going to make sure we definitely keep him in prayer. But I have a question for you, Queens, on tonight. Y'all interact with me while I'm waiting for my kings to come on the stage with us. Okay. While they're preparing behind the scenes. So here's the thing, Queen. Do you think it's your fault? Do you think that we kind of contribute to that? So I'm going to ask the question. So I have Queen Shamira. She said, I think we can sometimes push them away, but cheating is a choice, and that's absolutely right. It is a choice that they decide they want to go out there and cheat, because they don't have it to do. Just like with us, we have a choice as well, and they have a choice. And they can either stay in that relationship or they can get out of it. If you're not happy with the one that you're with, and you feel like you can be pleased, and someone else can, why don't you just gracefully buy out the relationship? Why do you have to cheat? Why do you have to have her over here and them over there? But I do have something I want to say about that. A lot of times, we as women, we have made ourselves available. We have been present, given our all. We have given, how they say, why would I want the cow when I'm already getting the milk? Why would I have to go through all this jump over hoops to get the cow when I'm already getting what I really want? I got a house, I'm getting food, I'm getting sex, romance, conversation, I'm riding her car, I got shelter. I have it all. But just some things that she kind of got missing. Maybe she don't have that fiery thing going on. So I want her, and I want her over here. Let me tell you something. Beyonce has been cheated on, have she not? And look at Beyonce. Janet Jackson got cheated on. Look at her. Halle Berry got cheated on. Look at her. So can we say that it's always the women, or there's something going on with some of the men here? So I want y'all to interact with me on tonight while the kings are getting ready to come on with us. So I want y'all to talk to us. Hello, kings and queens. That's right. So y'all interact with me on tonight. Let's have a candid conversation, a thing here. Because that's the thing. We blame ourselves. I've done it. I've sat there and said, what's wrong with me? Am I too big? Am I not pretty enough? Let me tell you something. When men cheat, it affects us mentally, doesn't it? It makes us feel like something is wrong with us. We begin to look at ourselves because he decided to go out there and cheat. We begin to look at ourselves and we start examining ourselves. And guess what we do? When we find out who that chick was that he slept with, we look at her and be like, you know, I can see why he slept with her. I can see why he cheated on her. She's easy. She looks easy. We can be that 80 and the other be that 20. She could be that fun, exciting person. Do y'all think that maybe we have gotten boring at times? And what we used to do when we first got started in the relationship, we stopped doing it? I'm just asking a question. Why do you all think that men cheat? So, it could be different things. Maybe we have gotten boring. Maybe we pushed them away. Like Shamir said, Queen said, she thinks that sometimes we push them away. But cheating is a choice. We can argue, complain, fuss, disrespect them, all that good stuff. And that can push them away. But do you think that at times when we're not even doing any of that, we're not even complaining, we don't want to run them off? You know what I'm saying? Have you been like that? Where you don't want to, you're glad to have them in your life. You don't feel like you deserve them. And you're glad that he's there to give you attention. And you don't want to do anything to push him away. You don't want to do anything for him to run off, right? You don't want to do none of that. You just say, you know what? I just want to, you just want to settle. You just want to settle with it. And you just want to go along with it, although you understand that he's not giving his all already. And let me ask you this. What are some of the things that you think that men can do to let you know that he's there for you, that he really loves you, that he want to be with you? What are some of the things that he can do, that he will do to show you that he's there for you? And let me tell you this, let me ask you this. When they cheat, when they have cheated, what are some of the things that the woman or the man can do to let them know that they're not going to cheat again? Because y'all know fear sets in, and that they have that cycle. You know how they do this thing where they cheat and they start doing real good, right? But they don't understand. This is a woman too. Woman's one thing too. And they start back with the cycle again of the same things, like the thing that you were doing before. You wasn't calling, answering my text messages, wasn't on the phone with me long, staying out late. This is the thing right here. I had a business. I had to go out for work on a business deal. I was at work, had to work late. Y'all know, y'all queens know, there's always that I had to work late kind of thing. But we know in the back of our mind what kind of working late it is. You working all right. And that's what we're saying. You working all right. But why you couldn't call me and tell me that, baby, I have to work late. I'm probably going to work late. And then, maybe text me or something. But it's always that same old excuse. But you know why? Because they're doing it. Why do you think they cheat? Because they're doing it and getting away with it. They cheated the first time and you let them slide. There was no repercussions behind it. You fussed, you argued, but you still stayed there, right? And that's all they got. But you didn't go through the steps of having him to fight for you. You didn't go through all of that. You didn't go through the steps of him. Yes, please share this. You didn't go through the steps of making him have to fight for you at this point. Because aren't you worth fighting for? Aren't you worth him being with? Aren't you? Yeah, you are. So, ladies, I know this episode is why do men cheat? But what are some of the things that we can do to make sure that we're keeping our heart? So when it do happen, how can we regain our passion, our strength back? How can we do that? How can we get to that place where we're moving past goal so we don't look at ourselves as if we are not doing enough? And then when he cheat, what they don't understand, men and women, they don't understand that what considers cheating is phone calls. You calling, talking to that other person. It starts like that. Let me tell you something. As a woman, when we want him, let me tell you some of the things that we're going to do. We're going to do exactly what it's going to take to get his attention. And we don't care what it is. We want him because he is hard to get. He's a challenge for us. We really don't want him. Some of us want him because he is married. He belongs to someone else. And we just want to see if we can have him. Just a challenge because we're young, insecure, don't know who we are. Because in reality, A real woman don't want someone else's man. We want our own. And a real man don't want another man's woman. They really don't. And they will never respect her. So ladies, he will never ever truly love you or respect you if you go out there and you cheat on him. He will never ever respect you if you are willing to be with him and know he's married. He will never have respect for you. He will probably never marry you either, because he know that you was willing to be with him knowing that he was married. If you're a married woman and you've been with a man, that man that you're with, he's going to always be questioning whether or not, if y'all get married, if you're going to cheat on him with someone else. It's always going to be that. And here's another thing for y'all married women that's out there. I want to tell y'all something. If y'all husbands leave you and he goes off and be with the other woman, let me tell you something. The same way she lost him, with the same way she got him, with the same way she'll lose him. That'll be the same way. And their relationship will always be in shambles. They will never, ever, ever be happy, because she's always going to be thinking in the back of her mind, is he with someone else? I know how we got together. I know how we connected. And then she's looking at the ex-wife or the ex-girlfriend because she knows what she did to get him. And she knows anytime that he's around that other woman that she manipulated him to leave, she's gonna be thinking you spending time with your wife and why you had to be there that long. Well, baby, this is how you got him. So now you're looking at the wife of the ex-girlfriend crazy and sideways, because now you starting to see who he is really, for real. But you wanted to be with him knowing that's how he was. You got the 20% of him. You never seen the 80. You never seen him for who he was for real. You were excited and because you listen, he gonna come to you, he gonna look good, smell good, he's gonna look nice, he gonna say all the good things to you. That's what he do. Because you're fun, you're the fun one. The 80, she's not that fun, because guess what? She's dealing with his attitude, him being tired, him being sleepy, taking care of the children, coming home, having to cook for him, go work herself, make sure the bills are taken care of, house supplies. She's doing all of that. And all you have to do is just be there. Done took you a bath, honey. You looking good. You just showered and everything. You cute. You're dealing with the 20% of him. The 20% of him where he's hyped up and he's excited. But when you get the other 80, where he don't want to perform. He said he got a headache. He said his back hurt, his knees hurt, ankle hurt. Listen, you get with him when he done got him from work and he's tired. He want to take him a shower and go to bed. See, you dealing with the fun part of him. And that wife is sitting home and she getting the part of him where he's just barely there. And you think you got yourself something, but when you get the 80% along with the 20, you're going to realize, oh, he's jacked up. Send him back to sender. Nope. Listen, we don't want him. He ain't he's no longer good for us. I remember that they had this thing where they say, the women who's out there, she's promiscuous, they said, she's for the streets. If he's out there cheating, so he's for the streets too. And she said, Queen Ernestine said, real whole men don't cheat. Absolutely. Little boys play with toys and broken men cheat. And that's absolutely true. But don't they sometimes make us feel like it's our fault that they cheated? You wouldn't do this to me. You wouldn't do that for me. We don't give you our all. Remember when we first got together, we kept the momentum, but you started slacking. Then it started seeming and feeling as if we were giving 100 and you were giving 70. We was giving 130, you started giving 60. It's just like the more we gave, the less you gave. The more we gave, the more you cared, the less you cared. We gave you our all. Attention, love, affection. Matter of fact, we gave you too much. So lady, let's do this. Let's date. Let's date. And what I mean by date is that's getting to know him. That's getting to know him. Like go out to eat. You drive your car, he drive his car. Y'all go out to restaurants and make sure you have your money, queen. Unless you say you're gonna pay for your meal. And still with that, still have your own money. So, and don't be expecting this man to pay for your meal. Unless he says he's gonna pay for it, but still make sure you got your money covered, just in case it gets sloppy. I'm just saying. But have yourself ready and go out on a date and get to know him. Talk, have the conversation. Now, if you got to dig and he's not willing to open up, give him some time. Maybe it's just that thing for him. Maybe he's just not ready to just open up right now. Maybe that's just how he is. So give him some room. He may not be ready to give all the details and stuff. And I think there's another thing that we do. You know what we do? We talk about our past relationship. Too soon. We talk about it because we're still not healed. We're bringing this, imposing this onto this man. This is a new man. He had a conversation about your ex and what your ex did. Because let me tell you what happens. When something happens, guess what he gonna do with that information? Because he see that there's a loophole. He sees there's a mess up in there. He's gonna be attracted to that, and he's gonna use that to his advantage whenever he gets tired of you. You still got your old boyfriend, and the same things that your old man did to you that you accepted, he's gonna now start doing to you because you're not healed in that area. And guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna put up with his mess too. Ooh, mighty God, you're gonna put up with it. Because he realized that spirit that's in him, because it was something about him that you were attracted to, and something about you he was attracted to. That's that brokenness, right? That place that needed to be healed. And he didn't tell you that she might have cheated on him, because maybe he deals with it differently. But I'm gonna read this. You said amen, because all dating is collecting data. Oh, yes it is. It's you getting intel and information and just having a conversation. So you know what we have done? We'll date. I'm be honest with you all. We'll date one person. Do you think that it's fair to date more than one person? Because you're really dating. Somebody's dating, going out there and talking. Me and him talking. Okay, that doesn't mean that y'all can't talk to other people, but make sure y'all establish that in the conversation that I'm dating people right now. I'm dating. So that means I'm going to see you, but I will be seeing other people. And allow yourself to do that. One of the things I've done in my past, when I dated one person, started talking to one person, I was faithful to that one person. I was faithful to one person. You said real men and women take care of their family. We honor marriage. But that's the thing. You can tell when it's not a real woman or a real man, because they will not honor their marriage. They will not. They will go out there and they will cheat. But let me tell you this. What they'll do, they'll sit back. Whenever they have gone out there and did that, they don't worn themselves out. Now they want to come back to you because they remember. At the end of the day, they dogged you out, mishandled you, mistreated you, and you were still good to them. You were still faithful. And they didn't have to worry about wherever you was at. You was always present, always accountable, always in place. And when they get worn out and they wore themselves out, sleeping with this and sleeping with that, they want to come back to you. And you still looking good. Baby, that's because I didn't wear my stuff out, because I didn't get my stuff to the street. The street's going to make you look old. It's going to wear you out, wear you down. But a real man, a woman, they're not going to cheat. They're going to stay faithful. Yes, ma'am. You said sometimes we still not healed. And that's why we bring that stuff up in our past relationship, because we're not healed. And then what we'll do, we'll get with somebody else unknowingly, and he's not healed, or he knows, or he's manipulative, and he'll play on that part that we're not healed in. And that's why we have to get healed. So it don't matter how long it is. Doesn't matter how many times you've been married. Listen, in this too, I'm going to tell y'all this. Sometimes we settle because we finally found someone who want to be with us because we have a house full of children. And we feel like we should have to stuff anything because he married me and I have all these babies. So I'm grateful that he just spending time with me because I have all these children. So, but that don't mean you have to settle. Your children may be well behaved, act like they're supposed to act, do what they're supposed to do. And it doesn't mean you have to settle with the first thing that comes. I've done it in my past. The very first thing that came to me, the first man that came into my life, that's who I settled down with. I wish I would not have done that. I wish I would have taken out the time to get to know him and date other people. Just to get to know him. Just have a conversation. Queen Ernestine said, stop being vulnerable to strangers. Opening up your door leads to opening up your heart. And that's what we do. You're right. We open up our heart. We open up two spoons. We give them a heart. Once you have opened up that wound, that heart, once you have opened it up to them and revealed that to them, especially the part that's not healed, that's why it's good to get healed. I don't care what nobody say. If you need to go to counseling, you go and get what you need to get so you can get healed. Man and woman, king and queen, go get healed. Because if you don't get healed, You will go and you will keep attracting the same kind of people. You'll be attracting the same spirit, but different body. They will look different, but it will still be the same treatment, the same thing you're going to be pulling. And you said, opening up your heart often leads to opening your legs. Ooh! And you tell you something, that is some women, that's what we have done. When I was running right here insecure, I opened up my legs. Open up because I was horny too. But open up our legs because we don't gave him our heart. Listen, guard your heart, baby. Pay attention to him. What you're putting out, is he putting out that same thing, or is he holding back? Whatever he's doing, you didn't do the same. Be careful with that, because if he's holding back some things, it's a reason why he's holding back. And that's another thing. We don't pay attention to the signs. The signs are always there. We're just in a vulnerable state because we've been alone for so long, and we just ready to get in a relationship that we overlook the sign. We look at all. Let me tell you something, King, Queen. Pay attention to the sign. And I've heard somebody say, "Oh, you got to watch the fruit. Look at the fruit. And I say, well, if they got potential, you don't have to worry about the fruit. Yes, you do. Where are they at in their life? What are they trying to do? If he don't have or she don't have any goals, they're not even thinking about their future. They're not even trying. And you are in a certain place in your life. Listen, I'm telling you this here. Don't marry potential. So Queen, said, and once you create soul tie, it's hard to untie your soul. It literally takes the act of God to break that bondage. Mighty God. Queen Ernestine said, it's almost like inviting a vampire into your home, because they will suck the life out of you. When they suck the life out of you, the virtue out of you, they're gone. When they've gotten what they need from you, they're gone. And they have taken a part of you with them. My God. You said, once you let them in, he will suck the life out of you. That is what I'm trying to tell you. An apostle said, get healed. Amen. She said, don't settle, but wait on God. Come on. And Queen Ernestine said, it matters who you connected to. Sometimes women end up sleeping with their enemy because he's presenting himself as a light when he was a wolf in sheep clothing. Now, how many of y'all think that is true? And it's vice versa, man and woman. And I know tonight was why do men cheat, right? But my kings were not able to get on tonight, so I just have to keep going. You know what I'm saying? But this discussion is really good. And this is what has happened. If he don't have a vision, but you do, he'll begin to be jealous of your vision. He'll begin to try to sabotage your adventures and what you're doing. She will try to sabotage it. And however she can manipulate you to pull back and not engage in because you're going to leave her behind. You're going to leave him behind. And they don't want you to go. They don't want you to grow and go because you're going to leave them behind. And let me tell you something. They need to have vision. A man needs to have vision. Talk to him and find out what his vision is. What are his goals? He don't have any goals, then you might have an issue. Okay? Because we don't want to sleep with wolves in sheep clothing. We need them to be on point. We need them to have that stuff together. And like Apostle said, guard your heart. What does that look like, y'all? Guarding your heart. What does it look like? Talk to me. What does it look like? We understand that pay attention to the signs, and you have to. So the signs are there. Let me tell you something. We'll sit here and we'll marry men, and we'll finally be honest. We'll just finally be honest with ourselves and say, you know what? I wanted to marry that joker. Because he was fine, he looked good, he was smart, he was intelligent, he had degrees, he had a nice home. He had all this stuff going for himself. But where was the fruit? What did he show you? What did you see? The signs are, okay, certain time of day or night he won't come and see you. Certain weekends, holidays. Where is he at during these holidays? Where is he? With his girlfriend, wife? Certain times of the day or week he won't see you or sleep with you. What are the signs? He don't want to be with you. He's somewhere else. Where are you? They won't be accountable. They inconsistent. Be careful. Never marry potential. Yes, but always marry purpose. Let me tell you something. When you marry potential, sometimes they have the potential to be great. They have the potential to be somebody. They have the potential to make money. But if they don't have any fruit, there's a problem. What have you shown out of the years that you've been alive? What do you have to show for the years that you've been alive? Where is that? You haven't showed anybody, and you haven't shown nobody nothing. You have just lived your life and don't have anything to show for it. That is a sad situation for a man or a woman that has something to show for it. And then here is another thing that Queen understands saying, but always marry purpose. Sometimes love doubted. Y'all know that? You can be married, and you look at that man and that woman, you be like, I don't even love her anymore. But we have things that we can work together, that we do together. And there's some kind of way you fall back in love. You just fall in love. You see them differently because y'all have something that y'all working towards. Instead of, let me tell you something. When y'all don't have the same mindset, same purpose, he's going to be going over here and she's going to be going over there. And it's like a house divided against itself that eventually will not stand. It's going to come down. An apostle said, vision is necessary. You got to have vision. You want a man that has vision. You want a man that's in your life, or a woman that can see in the future, that can see, hey, a man need to have vision so he can tell the wife where to go. But if he don't have vision, come on, that's going to be a pretty rough situation there. He needs to have vision. It's like I have my king getting ready to come on so we can continue this discussion. Queen Ernestine said, guard your heart and protect your peace. If you don't have peace, and you just, I have this thing. I know that sometimes we've done this. We've been in relationships. We already gave him the cookies. We've done everything. Okay, you did that. But the mistake that we make is we go to another level and we get married. Even though we see the signs, it's not going to change because he marries you. It's not going to change because she decided to marry you. If she is showing you who she is, if he is showing you who they are, don't think they're going to change because y'all are married. Not going to change. They're going to be who they've always been, what they've showed you. Don't go by what they tell you, go by what you see. Okay? Apostle said, yes, I have done that. I'm married out of my flesh and not purpose. And I have done the same thing. Married out of my flesh. Because brother was fine, looked nice, he was all that. And let me tell you something. A counterfeit will come for the real thing. Before the real thing, you be right there. That king getting ready to come, and then that counterfeit comes. He looks good. Everything you prayed for, dreamed of, and it seems like he fitted. It's going to be something that's not quite right. That you feel that, but you're trying to make it work. It's almost like trying to put a square in a circle. It's not going to fit, but we'll manipulate it. And then think it's going to work. Okay, now we're married now, but you got some real issues because you overlooked the problem. And Queen Ernestine said, I'm going to say this and I'm going to bring my king forth. Love is work. Adam had to work and Eve was created to help him work. So love is not all. Responsibility and accountability comes with this thing. So I'm going to bring my king forth. I know we've got off into another discussion, but I do want to ask him the question. Hey, King Jarrod.
How y'all doing?
Was able to join us on tonight. So question. We've been talking about this thing. Why do kings cheat? Why? Can you help us? Can you answer that question? Like when it comes to you, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever cheated yourself?
I have in the past. And I've been listening, I've been engaging, and I mean engaging in the chat as I'm reading the chat as well. A lot of time it is something that we want to do for whatever the reason is. It's a choice at the end of the day. Regardless of, we all have different, lack of better words, we'll say stress relievers. At the end of the day, it is a choice. I'm still going to say that it's a choice. But a lot of times people do things differently. Some people cheat. Some people gamble. Some people eat in those different situations. Some people actually go ahead and write books about it, write songs about it. But why do men cheat in a general sense? It's a choice. Just giving it plain and simple and blunt like that. It's a choice. And that choice could be, we don't have to cheat. We can break up and leave you alone and never talk to you again. That's a choice. That's on men and women. It's a choice. So if you feel like you have to cheat to be with somebody in a general sense. My thing is always going to be evaluate yourself. At the end of the day, especially when it comes to the kings, I'm gonna say evaluate yourself. Why you need to evaluate yourself? Because you're not gonna want your mama to be cheated on. You're not gonna want your sister to be cheated on. You're not gonna want your granny to be cheated on, right? So you definitely want to put yourself in a position where you are dating. I love the fact you brought that up. Dating is a form of collecting data. And I need you to know dating doesn't consist of one day.
Right. That's right.
It may not even consist of 1 week. It may take a month, maybe 3. You know why? Because you're learning something. If you really want to know how fast it takes an average person to learn something, it's actually 6 months. That is the average time it takes a person to learn something. So imagine if you're trying to be in a relationship with somebody within 2 weeks, and you like, we went on 2 dates, and then now we're a couple. Well, you got a lot of growing to do, a lot of understanding to do, because you still need to date. You still need to figure each other out. Some couples, they love at first sight. They first click, it just goes and it just fits and it works. But you still got to learn this person. At the end of the day, you got to learn this person, because this person is going to be different next year. Think about that. We all grow.
So I do have a question. Do you think that it's okay to date multiple people at one time? Do you think that is that such a thing? Like when you're saying, I'm dating now and I'm just, out there and I'm talking to, a couple of people, multiple people. Do you think that is okay? Or you think you should just date one person, and when it don't work, date someone else? Do you think that's considered cheating when you're getting to know them and you're talking to other people? I mean, give me your take on that.
I'm going to say date multiple people. Why? Because you're going to be faithful to somebody you don't know, or you're going to be loyal to somebody you don't know. In this process of dating, I'm definitely going to say date multiple people, because you just don't know. Maybe you might have wasted your 2 months with this one person, and you missed out on the person you might want to actually talk to. So I'm gonna say it's okay.
And I think that too, what we have done is maybe didn't allow ourselves to date, and so we would be on phone calls at 8, 9, 10 o'clock. We have to understand that it's certain times of night when things start getting real spicy.
Yeah.
And we need to cut off the conversation. And around, like, when you get sleepy, 8, 9, 10, 11, when you're dating, you got to know the conversations, because the conversations begin to shift as nighttime comes. Things start getting a little spicy. And she said, Apostle said, I agree. You have to watch people's lives, and that is true. You have to watch their lives. Queen Shamir said, you wouldn't want your daughter to be cheated on or mistreated by a man, because that's too. We don't understand this, and we don't think that this stuff happens. But men, when they cheat on the woman, their children are watching this, picking that stuff up. They're seeing the house be torn apart. Women cheat on men and the house be torn apart. And then we see that. Or what are we out there? We're seeing our mom, husband with another woman. Or we're seeing, that leaves a scar behind. That is crazy. Or we see our loved one spouse out there with somebody else, or if they in a relationship, they call it, they're not married yet, and we have to witness it. How does that make us feel? Like, why don't you just let them go? I remember one lady, we had an episode, and this woman said, why don't y'all just get a divorce? And we was like, at times when it's married things, you have to, you try to do things, try to work it out, because you don't want to just divorce. But that's one of the things, like for the men, it's like, why don't you just let the woman go? Why don't you, before you, instead of dragging her along or cheating and having her, and then having your mistress over here. And then let me tell you something about women. I'm gonna let you talk. The mistress always knows who the wife is. She's studying the wife, looking at her. She knows who she is, how she is, where she lives, and the wife have no clue who the woman is. But at the end of the day, we as women, we have intuition. We know when he done stepped out. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go.
No, I'm saying no. You're absolutely right. Women intuition. That's a real thing, fellas. If you didn't know, Okay, so just know women have this intuition we don't have. Okay, so certain things, us guys, we tend to not. We're gonna say tend to hide, right? She already coming to you and she's asking a specific question. I'm trying to tell you, bruh, she already know. So you might as well just say it. Just get it over with. She has that intuition we don't have. But I am definitely gonna say, like, it's okay to date multiple people. How about this? I'm always gonna say, would you want to be with your friend or a person that you actually want to hang out with all the time, or would you want to be with somebody who just may not be on the same alignment? So now I'm reading the chat too still. And I was reading Pastor Jarrod, and Pastor Jarrod was like, when he was on the dating scene, it was like they ain't dating, they was together. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm gonna agree with you that Pastor, like I've been in a situation like that, like. We went on one date. Now she said we together.
Oh, girl, we territorial. We could be territorial.
You know what I'm like, girl, I don't even know if you're really a man or a woman. So I can't even vouch for that. But we going together already? Nah, that's red flag to me. That's controlling to me. That's a form of controlling. That's a form of like, you're just trying so hard. But I believe you should date your friend. Even when you're married, you still should be dating in a general sense. Going out, spending time with each other. And I do want to put this disclosure out here. I've never been married, okay? So I'm gonna put that disclosure out there, okay? So, but I think you should be able to date. You still should be able to go out. You still should have time with each other. Still go out like you're dating. Not trying to be funny. Hey, meet somebody after work at a nice restaurant or even at a park or something. Dating is always fun. You do get to learn your partner more. It helps keep it spicy if you like to do spicy things. That's a big deal too. Food and spiciness time is a great thing. I'm trying to tell you, somebody with a full belly, they feel real good. It's something about that. It's just something about that. But yeah, I do believe you should be able to date your friend, your best friend. And I do believe some of us, we get in relationships no matter what. And we like, man, she was fine as all get out, but girl can't cook. Or she's fine as all get out, but she really don't have no goals in life. Like her goal is to stay home all day. That's not a goal I want my woman to have. You know what I'm saying? I want her to actually do some things in life. So, but those, I'm gonna leave it right there and comment on that part. Yeah.
Okay. So I do have something Queen Ernestine said. Okay. So I'm gonna go back. Pastor said, people still date. He said, I remember when I start trying the field and each woman said, we're together now. No dating took place. And I'm going to be honest with you. That is true. I have been like that, but I said that out of fear. And in the first man that gave me attention, we're in a relationship now. Like, I'm like, you overheard this, a woman say this. So what is this? What we doing? What is this called? Are we in a relationship now? Because we done been together, and I'm telling, and that's what happens. We think that once we give him what he wants, that he's gonna stay. Once he get what he wants, which is sex, I think he done got that. He's really done with you. I mean, he didn't have to run, he didn't have to fight, he didn't have to, do anything for you. You were easy. You really think he's gonna stay with you? You're easy. Sometimes men want women that he have to work for because he feel like she's a prize, she's something special. You're not special. You're gonna easily give up the goods. Okay, so women, remember that. Okay, don't make it easy for him. Make him work for it.
A little bit, for sure.
Yeah, he's worth it.
Yes, I definitely want to back to Pastor Jarrod in the chat. I'm gonna say yours too, Ernestine. So he's asked, okay, so would it be okay if Ernestine was dating someone else other than you while you were dating her, another man was taking her out on steak dinners? So this is where, when it comes to a person's individuality, your confidence level, your security, your insecurities, right? When we're dating, I don't have this string attached to you. You don't have a string attached to me. We're learning each other. So if you decide to learn somebody else, I'm gonna be honest, I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is you coming back to me and trying to talk to me about your other, we'll say, dating events. That's not okay. My confidence is so high that I have been in positions where I have dated other women and they were dating someone else, but at the end of the day, they was calling me. So that's where, like, sometimes your confidence, your insecurities come into play with a lot of people. Now, when we speaking of my wife, oh, I'm punching somebody in the nose. That's about it. We're not gonna get that far because we're married now. But in the beginning stages, starting with 0 instead of starting with the ring on the finger, of course, I can't play both sides. I can't play. I got to make it equal. So if I can do it, she can do it. You feel me? Like, I'm not going to be that person and be like, oh, I'm gonna hold you down while I go do this. Like, no, you can't do this, but I can do this. No. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, so are you considering y'all in a relationship, or are you talking about the dating factor? Are y'all
the
talking
dating
about,
factor? Yeah, the dating factor.
Okay,
He's talking about the dating factor.
But it's different for a relationship, because once you
once you make that commitment, oh no, we ain't dating no more. Not like that. Ain't no more of that.
So although y'all are not married, but y'all consider it a relationship.
Committed relationship.
Yeah. And so will it be okay for y'all to go out and date other people, or y'all?
Oh no, not at all.
Oh, okay. So dating is dating. And been in a relationship. Okay, so I want to clarify. So Tennessee said married people should definitely go out on dates and have date night. Married people, yes. She said my ex-husband and I used to have date night on Fridays. When we did not have any money, we stayed home and watched movies and ate Chinese. And pastor said, yes, I was trying to sleep in another room and she got offended. LOL. Yeah,
I got through that one too. She got offended too. Her name is Ernestine. Yeah. She got so offended she might cuss me out. I swear. She was really offended. I was trying to call myself being respectful. She was totally offended. So I never tried that one again.
So Queen Ernestine said, Daryl P. Shanks, I don't play those games. So no, we don't play games when it comes to that. Okay, so no, we're not doing that while we're in a relationship. You said I'm the wrong girl, brother, Daryl Shanks. Oh, you're right. So once you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. Okay,
you're done. You committed. There's no other.
So do you think there's some things that men can do when they have stepped out and cheated on their wives? Do you think there's some things that they can do to try to, or with yourself, you said I haven't been married, but do you think there's some things that, you're in a committed relationship, or do you think there's some things that you can do as a man to let her know I'm not going to do that again? Or, what are some of the things that you think that you can do to help bring back that trust? Because after a while you will lose trust. So you think there's maybe some things that you can do to let her know that I did that. I won't do that again, because I know how it has made you feel. It hurts. It hurt you. I don't want to hurt you again. Do you think what are some things that you think that a man can do to try to build back that trust again in a relationship?
I'm gonna tell you 2 things, and a lot of people don't agree with me on the second thing, but it does work in the long term. The first one, you need to listen. At the end of the day, you just gonna have to listen, buddy, and kind of sort of deal with her feelings in this process, because she's still trying to process. It's still a process, and it can go on for months. It can go on for years. It's still a process she has to go through.
So you gotta listen. So when you think that when she's mad and she's angry and she keeps bringing it up, or if you go into the grocery store and you stay off too long, or if you out somewhere and you told you're going to be home at a certain time and you late, what are some of the things that you think that you can do to bring back that trust? I know you say communicate, talk to her. Listen. But what are some of the action things that you can do? Other action,
This is where the part where some people may not agree with me. Is trying to balance her trusting in you while you still balance you doing what you need to do. Saying that is, Yeah, if I gotta go to the grocery store and you're asleep and you know we need food and I need to go get it, either I'm gonna wake you up and make sure you go with me so there won't be no discrepancies, or I wake you up and let you know. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things you're going to have to do for a length of time for her to be comfortable. And in the back of her mind, even possible 5-10 years later, she still may have that in the back of her mind. So it's different from everybody. The biggest balance is just not allowing it to hold you back. When I say hold you back, Kings, as in going back. Maybe it was an honest mistake for whatever reason, right? And you like, you know what? I'm never gonna do that again. I promise you, that's not gonna ever happen. And you actually you're going at it 5 years strong, and you still like, she's still on me every other day, every other week, blah blah blah. She still remembers it. You really gonna have to put your foot down sternly to let her know it is okay. This is a mistake. I've never done it. I would never do it again, and it won't be something I'm considerate of doing. It's a hard trust factor when you lose the trust from a woman.
It makes me think. So when you're saying that, okay, it may be 5 and 10 years, because it may have been a wound that she's experienced before in the past.
Yes.
And she got with you and she wasn't healed. She got with you and you did the same thing. It's like you made that wound even deeper,
yes.
And you're saying that now when she was in her healing process and I got with her, the same wound that she was already dealing with, I made that wound even deeper. So now it's going to take years. So we really can't tell people how long it should take for them to heal.
No, we can't.
You don't know how long it's going to take. So you have to give them that time. And that's why it's good for people to get healed before they get into these relationships too.
Yes.
But you know what? You don't even know what you have not gotten over until you get in the relationship. You're thinking that I thought I was over that. And I'm telling you, I thought that I was over some things but what it was, I didn't have those things going on. So I was able to just move past it. And then I got into another relationship and realized, oh my goodness, I'm still dealing with this. And I'm telling you, sometimes you think we don't got past go and that stuff will try to resurface, but and sometimes you have gotten over it and then try to resurface and see, okay, is there still something there? But like, I got past that. So let me tell you something that Pastor Shank said. He said, there's only 3 things you need to look for from someone who says, I love you. First is sacrifice. Will they sacrifice for you? Second is the willingness to inconvenience themselves. So are they willing to be inconvenienced? To see you happy. So sacrifice, willing to, be inconvenienced and willing to do things that won't benefit them. Like, what am I going to get out of the equation? Because sometimes I've had somebody to say this to me. What am I going to get out of this? If I do this for you, what am I going to get? But sometimes it's not even about what you're going to get. It's like, I'm going to give because I want to see you happy. I'm not looking for anything. Matter of fact, seeing you happy makes me happy. So I am benefiting from it. That's so good. That's so powerful. Okay, so let me go back down because I think we got some other things that we may have missed along the way. Okay, Anderson said, put the work in. Sorry, it's not good enough. Amen. Sorry, it's not good enough. You got to put in the work because it took work for them to finally open up and trust you to be in that relationship, and then you scarred them even more. Communication is key. Make sure your queen feels safe and secure. Sometimes we become insecure when we get cheated on. We really do. We become very insecure. We start looking at ourselves like, am I not good enough, smart enough, pretty enough, small enough? Am I do I not? What's wrong with me? And so cheating can trigger the trauma from past hurts. Yes, ma'am. And then she said, being unselfish, part of it, what she was saying with Pastor Shank, is being unselfish. Yeah, being unselfish. And so this has really been good. I have enjoyed this. Is there anything you want to share before we close out?
Only thing I would like to share with y'all is have fun in your relationships. That's a big key. If y'all like doing things alike, do things alike, do it together. It's a form of dating, even if you don't go nowhere, because you plan to do something together. It's a date. So I just want to say that little part. Plan to do things together and have fun doing it together.
Okay, before we go, I want you to tell us how we can reach you, where you're what are some of the things that you're doing. But before then, I want to play a quick commercial that you share with me. And so for those of you that's out there, if you would like to come on, you would like to share an ad on Newbeing Queen Talk Show, you are more than welcome to do that. We're only doing it for $25. And each time we have a guest on the show, we will play your commercial. So stay tuned.
Ever wonder what drives an entrepreneur? What sacrifice they make? How they overcame battles, long hours, and intense hardship just to bring their vision to life? This is the place to find out. Each episode, we bring you exclusive interviews with trailblazing entrepreneurs from all walks of life. Discover the unbelievable beginnings, the grit, the relentless drive that fuel their journeys. From small startups to industry leaders, you will hear directly from the founders who dared to dream and turn their dreams into reality.
Well, okay, dreams to reality. Wonderful commercial. Wonderful commercial. So tell us a little bit more about yourself and how can they reach you?
Well, I am the visionary of We Need to Talk Station, which is held on Clubhouse app, where I actually interview entrepreneurs and business owners. We Need to Talk Station is a station because it's not only me there. There's multiple platforms and multiple programs going through Monday through Sunday in there. So I'm not the only one doing shows. Also, want to tell y'all, gotta throw this out there. The men's conference I will be held by Ernestine L. Smith, the Word of the Day House in Clubhouse, December 28th at 3 p.m. Myself, Pastor Derek Shanks, I seen Creotree in the audience. We are actually going to be a part of that. And coming up in February, it will be a special event in the book room on We Need to Talk Station. And the book room is where we actually interview authors and we are able to read their books on Friday nights from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. But it's going to be a little bit change in that. We're going to have a poetic house. A poetic room in February, celebrating our 3-year anniversary of We Need to Talk Station. Starting off with little old me, but right now I have a staff member of 10 people. So we have grown and still growing. And yes, if you need small but big commercials like you just seen, We Need to Talk Station, Robbville channel can help you with that as well. That's me.
I love it. I love it. That's beautiful. Okay, y'all, there we have it. If y'all would love to have a commercial created and made, y'all like the commercial that y'all just seen, y'all share that with King Jarrod. He will help you out. And we have really thoroughly enjoyed you all on today. I want to tell you all thank you for coming in with us. And sharing your ideas and things like that. It got a little sticky at first. We were having some technical difficulties. 2 of the kings were not able to make it on tonight. It's just been something. Yeah, it's just been a little something that's been going on. But I do thank God that we were able to get King Jarrod here with us on tonight. And thank you all for your comments. Thank you all for sharing what God has given you. And it's been a whole blessing, okay? And we're gonna get ready to close out. And this is the announcements. You should join us Saturday. So Queen Ernestine is sharing the link, sharing all the information, which is going to be 2nd Annual Men on Fire Empowerment Conference that will be held. You said at Clubhouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And my sister said, interesting show.
What's up, girl? My other cousin.
Amen. So that is all, y'all. I love you all and thank you all so much for showing up. Queen Shamir, I love you. My queen be going in hard for me. And my sister is always showing up. Queen Ernestine is always there. Pastor Shank, I can always depend on what I do without him. And Apostle Allen came in. This one right here has so much wisdom, so much to share with us, so much information, and she's always been a joy and a pleasure for me, and has so much wisdom, and she speaks truth that will bring healing. Okay, but that is it, y'all. I love you all so much. We're gonna get ready to close this room, and I love you all so much. And that is it for tonight. I'm trying to get ready to close this out. So I'll talk to you all later, okay? Kings and queens, don't forget to share this video. If you all would like to be interviewed, come on Newbeing Queen Talk with me. I'll send you all the link, share some information with you if you have a story to tell. If you know someone who has a story to tell, if you want to share your ad here on our station, you're more than welcome to do that. And our interviews will be moving forward to a radio show on the Newbeing Queen Radio Talk Show. I love you all. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings.
Greetings and welcome to Newbeing Queen Talk Show. I am your host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell, and I am thrilled to announce a fantastic opportunity for you to advertise on our program. You can choose either a commercial lasting no longer than a minute or a voiceover in a flyer. Numerous advertisement options are available, and we encourage you to reach out to us via email at newbeingqueenmove@gmail.com. That is Newbeing, NEWBEING, queenmove@gmail.com. For more information, please take notes of our email address at newbeingqueenmove@gmail.com, and we will send you information as soon as possible. We offer you the opportunity to promote your business, upcoming event, ministry, birthday shout out, anniversary appreciation shout out, or any other message you like to get out there. We are excited to work with you to create an effective marketing strategy for you, your brand, and your event at Newbeing Queen Talk Show.